There is nothing worse than wanting a really good steak and getting a tough one. So how do you choose the kind of steak you want? I have experts here. So I have the owner of our Prescott Station Grill Bar. Nice to have you with us, Robert.
Pleasure. Glad
All right.
to be here.
Robert Gabrick, and also we have the executive sous chef, yes, Will Dabney, with us. All right, so steaks, there's so many cuts. I mean, you have a lot of different things. How in the world, what kind of attributes are we looking for in a raw steak, Robert, to tell us, you know, is it good? What's it going to be like what we expect it's going to be?
Well, I think that, you know, this segment started because my wife Linda and I talked to everybody, all of our tables. And we have had people who have ordered prime rib, who just by coincidence has had great pieces over and over again, and then got a piece at the other end of the prime, and then were surprised by this difference. And so we decided that let's talk about it. Let's talk to people about how you can specify and know what you're getting when you go to order a steak.
Wow, this is like steak for dummies, which would be me. So where do we start on cuts? Because you have a lot. How many cuts would you say?
Oh, our menu is up there. We have about 8 different cuts.
Wow. Okay. So we've got a lot just sitting here. Where do you want to tell me about first? Would you want to start with that rib eye that you were
with the
talking
big
about?
prime rib roast.
Okay.
Because so many people, between prime rib and rib eye steak, there's so many changes in that steak. And if you take a look at this roast, the natural extension of this is New York steak. And so when we'll go ahead and show her the inside piece, and you can see the fat lines, the marbling. And then if you look at the end where the New York starts, how dense the meat is, there's much less marbling.
Right, and the marbling is what makes it tender and juicy, right?
But people who like New York's, like this steak here, and you can see how lean it is, they like the density, they like the flavor that it has.
Sure.
But
if you want a really tender ribeye, you want a really tender ribeye.
You want something from the big part of the prime rib roast. And so people don't know that. And so if you are one of those people that love the big eye, the fat, the juiciness, that's what you want. But then you get this, this side, and it's cooked the same. The flavor's the same, but the fat and the tenderness is a little different.
Fascinating, because you said the muscle changes as you go down, and so that's why it's different. Okay, so we got ribeye in New York, and what are some other real popular ones that you serve?
Well, one of our unique ones is the cap steak.
Is that this one here?
That's that.
Okay.
And that shows a whole lot of effort on our part to produce this steak, because the cap steak is the tiny little bead of meat that is at the very end.
It's actually a capstone right on that
and
piece.
For us aficionados, that is the most tender piece of meat in the cow.
Really?
But when you look at this whole roast, you get maybe 5 portions out of all of that.
No kidding, so to get the right cut.
Right, so it is a total commitment to offer that steak.
And so tell me what this is called again?
The cap steak.
It is called a cap. I don't think I've actually heard of a cap steak, so this is kind of new. But so that is right along there, and really, well, prime, I guess we can use that word, even though I know it goes for a different cut. But so you offer that?
Yes, we do.
But is
painstakingly offer that.
Right, because you lose a lot with that.
Right.
Okay.
Well, then it becomes the genius of Will to be able to work and use everything.
Yeah, to get that into something. Okay, now you have one here that I am familiar with. This is my dad's. I think this is his very favorite was a T-bone. Is that a T-bone? Well, no. What is that?
That's a porterhouse.
See how bad I am. I'm terrible.
So this is our porterhouse.
It had one of those wonderful, you know, T-bone looks to it. Okay.
Yep. So our porterhouse steak, we bring it in. It's a prime grade, 75-day aged. It's a dry aged. It's got really nice marbling. It's a very buttery steak. One of my favorite flavors when it comes to a steak. Okay. Because of the fat content, it's super tender. The thing about a porterhouse is on this side you have your tenderloin, which would be over what we have over here, And then over on this side is near your New York end.
Now, why do you age it? I don't understand that. I thought you're supposed to eat meat before it goes bad. No? You have a secret process.
Well,
it's like 75 days old.
There's a lot of
okay.
illusions out there.
Yeah.
Because technically, a dry aged product gets darker, richer, and more royal in flavor the longer it ages. All of our meats are at least 30 days before we even see them from our meat supplier. And so they're wet aged, but they do age. And there is a date where all the meats, the fibers, the juices, the buttery qualities, and the fats are at their best.
This is like wine. I had no idea.
Exactly.
I mean, seriously, that is phenomenal. And then I know you spice it up, and we've got well, do we need to talk about this first, where we talk about your porterhouse, your finished porterhouse?
Well, that's a tenderloin.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? Tell me what this is with our
what we
1
have-
minute left.
So the great thing about this is, we have a proprietary house rub. It's Robert came up with it quite a few years ago, and it is especially made for us so we can get the best flavor. It locks in moisture. It caramelizes. It's got an amazing flavor of.
It smells really good, I have to tell you. It smells, and there's juice. So you probably can't see the juice there, but it's just like yummy, juicy.
So the great thing about the porterhouse is it is a very juicy steak.
Ah, right. Okay, that is beautiful. Now, what is this real fast?
So over here we have our tenderloin, and we just want to show all of our steaks are cut by hand in-house. When they come in, we have to clean them. We use all of our trimmings for usually like a grind for our burgers.
Sure.
That way we
Other
can get
stuff?
super moist burgers.
I'll tell you,
and-
fabulous. Prescott Station right here in the heart of our dear little Prescott, Arizona, by the Hacienda Inn, and delicious, any kind of steak that you want, and you guys know what you're talking about because these are absolutely beautiful. I learned so much today. Thank you, Will and Robert. Amazing.
That's what it's about.
Ooh, and it smells really good too. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. See you, my friends, in 1 minute.